everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel Premiere Next. In this video, you are going to get all information related to updates about the Stranger Things Season 4 Volume 1 review. Reviews the late fourth time of Netflix's Stranger Things, showing up very nearly 3 years after the third, to a limited extent due to Broncovid-related creation delays, is a chaotic, intriguing monster. It's a demonstration of both the extensive, huge degree narrating and maker egocentrism made conceivable when those in control apparently let showrunners do anything they desire. The way that the science fiction loathsomeness series' new bunch of episodes purportedly cost a royal $30 million a pop, the typical financial plan of an unassumingly mid-scale sort film, mirrors the lofty respect the as-of-late troubled decoration holds the show in. What's more, strikingly, this new 7-episode volume of stories, with the 2 excess episodes set to drop toward the beginning of July, veers off in a few sharp unexpected directions from the show's laid-out equation, thinking for even a second to fragment the group off into some significantly divergent story pockets, while inclining further into horrid repulsiveness domain than at any other time. Back in Hawkins, Indiana, the group needs to fight with the development of another extraordinary danger, a sickening humanoid animal by the name of Vecna, which frenzies all through Hawkins, taking care of off the trepidation and nervousness of grieved youngsters, prior to killing them in bone-breaking, eye-gouging design. Somewhere else, Hopper is detained in a Soviet gulag following his penance toward the finish of Season 3, and it tumbles to Joyce and Murray Bauman to attempt to figure out how to safeguard him. On paper, this gives a lot of propulsive story fuel for 7 episodes of TV, but the predominant inclination leaving is that the Duffer Brothers wound up extending themselves and their cast excessively dainty. But there's an unavoidable sensation of swell pervading through the 7 episodes, that the Duffers never appeared to find a sharp emotional center point for the series, rather languidly slicing starting with one plot then onto the next in harem scarum style. It doesn't help that there's a particularly explicit irregularity between the super story strands. The Hawkins Beast plot and Eleven's own Odyssey are obviously the most grounded stories, while Hopper's detainment is a widened and dreary excursion that hits a dead end sometime before it at long last arrives at a goal. Joyce is additionally disappointingly consigned to card-hauling secondary lounge obligation this time around in her journey to free Hopper. However, at a more extensive level, it's essentially disheartening to see the cast cut up into such confined plots that deny the potential for cross-fertilization, what with each being arranged a large number of miles from the others. There's an unmistakable sensation of the pudding being over-egged given the quantity of pillar characters whose jobs don't feel near anything via season's end, particularly Byers' siblings Will, Noah Schnapp, and Jonathan. The battle to shuffle in a real sense many characters right now is obviously felt, independent by the expansion of various critical new characters, for example, Harsh, skeptical dent metalhead Eddie, who is as a matter of fact ensured to turn into a quick fan number 1. However, Stranger Things can't obviously recount a similar story perpetually, and it's just practical that young people really do to be sure continue on from their companions ultimately, regardless of whether the Duffers can't figure out how to sufficiently accommodate this. However, as bad an appraisal as this all would sound, Season 4 is unquestionably the most narratively and apparently courageous bunch of episodes to date, flaunting the Duffers' reasonable love for exemplary repulsiveness. The focal danger is conspicuously like the dream-faring dread of A Nightmare on Elm Street's Freddy Krueger, and in a further charming gesture to that, Krueger entertainer Robert Englund additionally appearances in a single episode as a plot-significant person. Somewhere else the Stephen King-isms are turned up to 11 in manners sure to give his many fans in excess of a couple of sneers, yet rather than lay on simple praise and sentimentality teasing, as has been one of the show's most fair diligent reactions, Season 4 really considers laying out a truly disrupting ghastliness energy of its own. Without meticulously describing the situation, the series has never been more terrifying or bizarre than it is here. Body frightfulness is a normal sum in all through these 7 episodes in manners both truly ruthless and absolutely unforeseen. It additionally takes advantage of a few additional under-investigated worries of its period, like the notorious satanic frenzy of the single-quote 80s, by which the media sustained the fantasy that Satanism was endeavoring to undermine the United States and degenerate the country's childhood. The special visualizations all through surely feel deserving of the film financial plans every episode orders, and the coordinating magistrate of the Duffers, Sean Levy, and Nimrod Antal carry a genuinely complex haul to the front. This is best proven by a completely exhilarating mid-season getaway from Succession set to a specific dearest pop banger, and a brief however exciting single-take shootout. The cast likewise hasn't missed a stage, the simple champions being Millie Bobby Brown as Eleven, Sadie Sink as the overwhelmed Max, and Maya Hawke as last season's moment fan favorite Robin. Yet, there's not a failure point among the set, and the new increments as a whole, including Joseph Quinn's Eddie as well as Jonathan's new collie stoner pal Argyle, opening easily into the system. Conclusion. With everything taken into account, Stranger Things 4th season doesn't go down as flawlessly as its prior passages, yet honorably endeavors to accomplish something else, even as it gets hindered in significant story bulge. Temper your assumptions, and there's a lot to appreciate here, yet while distinctly more lopsided than any other time. If you are watching this video on Facebook, please like and subscribe to our Facebook page, and if you are watching this video on YouTube, please click on the like button and do subscribe for the latest update.